Hi everyone, welcome back to today's session. We are going to talk about presentation skills today. I'm going to share experience about how to do a very good presentation. Hopefully you will be able to use it. What we are going to talk about is different key points that you should remember while you're doing presentation and even before, during and after the presentation. So the key points that we are going to discuss today is about what you're presenting, uh, your audience, your content selections, the facilities that you have in the place where you're actually doing the presentation, the use of technology, your preparation, you're handling negative energy, you're actually the way you handle negative energy when you are actually giving presentation and your audience are actually throwing you wrong questions, how you will handle that. Then calling out people names, it's all about engaging people and then actually dealing and actually dealing questions during the presentation and how you should actually answer them, how you should actually react to individual questions, when should you answer, before, after or during the presentation. A pulse check is very necessary when you are doing a presentation, just to make sure that your audience is with you, they are understanding what you're trying to deliver and they are also responding to your message, right? And you need time to do that. You need time. At the same time, when you're doing a presentation, it's already time bound. So how you manage the time, how you get the time, what if you need more time, what you should do. These are the topics that we are going to talk to you about. And what about the room condition where you're actually giving the presentation? The temperature matters, the seating arrangement matters, your background matters, if you're using a projector, that matters. Also, when I was talking about actually answering questions to individual questions, sometimes what happens that you need to keep them in parking lot. You should not answer that right away. There are some questions that you should keep that for later, because your presentation might already cover that in later slides. So you have to decide that when you are doing the presentation. You need to do a time check, because when you're doing a presentation, it's actually very necessary, because sometimes you have to do a presentation to the top management, and sometimes people are very busy, they have a next meeting, so you only have the amount of time you were allocated for that presentation. So you need to deliver that message within that period. It's maybe 15 minutes, it's maybe 30 minutes, 2 hour, 1 hour. You need to decide what you want to deliver. You make sure you deliver your content, because it's your presentation, you have to take charge. So how you do that, we are going to talk about that, how you do that. You also actually have to make sure that what you're delivering, your quality of delivery, as well as sometime you need to actually check that when what you're delivering is actually getting into people's head. They're responding to your presentation, they're responding to your different body language, your voice, the words that you're using, the eye contact you're making, all these things. Sometimes you actually need to take a break, because you might get too stressed. You might get questions that are actually pressing your pressure points, that actually creates troubles for you to continue the presentation, continue the presentation. So you have to make sure that you're taking break. You're actually doing the right thing to make sure that your presentation is delivered in a way that it is successful. When people come out of your presentation, they feel the energy within you, and they take that energy with themselves, and they actually implement what you have actually decided for them in the presentation. If it's about delivering results, presenting numbers to the management, financial results, if it is a project quality report, if it's a project status report, if it's a test report, if it's a report about how vendors are doing, things like that. So you actually have to very focus on what you're delivering. You're actually doing a presentation because the management chose you to do that, so you have to deliver what you need to deliver. So keep focusing on that. We are going to talk about that as well, how you will continue to focus on what you need to deliver continuously during the presentation, as well as we are going to talk about if it is getting too serious, because sometimes presentation based on the question, the content, and the way you speak, it might get serious. People might get angry, people might overreact. So you need to take charge. You need to keep calm. You need to calm people as well, so that you have to so that you can actually make sure that you're on track, you're on charge, and people are actually getting your points. We will talk about how you can break the ice, how you can actually take the feedback, how you need to present to people, present in front of the audience, because when you're presenting, people is going to look at you, people is going to look at your clothes, your facial expression. So while presenting, you need to make sure that you are actually presenting in a manner that your body language creates the positive energy. Your body language, your dress up, your hairstyle, the facial expression, the energy that you have, you need to deliver that towards the audience. An audience need to feel your energy, because otherwise they might look at you, they might behave that they're listening, but they're actually not listening. They're not actually getting the message that you're trying to give. So we will talk about that. We will also talk about the fun part about your presentation, because you need to enjoy what you are presenting, because otherwise it's going to get you. You will not deliver good presentation to your audience, and you need to make sure that you enjoy the presentation, your audience enjoy the presentation, and as well as you make sure that you keep that eye contact, and you make sure that the energy that the audience have, it's actually, they are not faking it out. They are actually enjoying your presentation. They're actually engaged in your presentation. The questions that they are making is actually very related to your presentation. So I've talked about so many points. Now probably you're thinking from the other side that this guy told me or talking about 30 different things that I should do. So how I do it, how I even remember to check all these points while or before or after the presentation. This is the hard part. This is where you need practice. This is where you need to actually create a structure for you, which will keep your presentation intact, your presentation towards the upper quality compared to your colleagues, right? So this is where we will also focus on our part 2, where we will talk about how you can easily remember all these 25, 30 points that I have talked about. You can break it into different segments. People's thinking process is different. In each people think differently. Each people capture information differently. Each people memorize information differently. How you can do that, we will talk about that, those possible qualities, how you can actually build that qualities, how you can practice, how you can actually structure the entire presentation, so that you actually touch all these points that you have, and you actually do a successful presentation. It's not about just delivering a presentation, just reading through slides. It's about sending a message which is right, sending a message which actually tells what you're feeling and what your audience is feeling. Is about creating an impact where your audience will get the value what you are trying to deliver. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next part. We will talk about all these individual points in a very detailed manner, as well as we will talk about why you should do it, how you should do it, why this will help you. So you probably don't want to do anything that is unnecessary. You probably don't want to do anything which will not add value. So we will talk about why you should do it, the plus points of these individual topics. So if you remember these items, how it will help you to deliver a very good presentation. So in part 2 we are going to talk about that. And if you're still here with me, thank you very much for listening to me. Please leave your comments, your suggestion, and stay tuned for part 2.